So something I wanted to talk about that I had completely fucking spaced until just now. So I'm on like a couple of like dating apps because I'm trying to like find the person.
Good luck with that, man.
I
that
know, right?
pool is
Yeah.
Oof.
It gets better though. Hold on.
Oh boy.
So I was talking to this one girl recently, and she's like, we were like, hey, like, what are you doing with your weekend? She's like, oh, it's pretty packed for me. I'm doing a bunch of stuff with friends and this and that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm doing a Twitch stream with my friend Aly, like we do. And then she's like, oh, well, I don't know what Twitch is. I'm just like, oh, that's where we play games and just do commentary and stuff like that. And then I have to fucking read it because I sent it to my best friend. But you inadvertently helped me pull some red flags out of this fucking girl.
Nice.
So, so I was just like, Twitch is a streaming platform where people like play games and broadcast and various stuff. And like, as like Aly and I play games and do commentary together. And then she replied back today, like 5 this morning. Oh, she said, oh, okay, that's cool. Glad you found something you enjoy. To be honest, the girl best friend you spend a lot of time with seems like a bit too much for me. I'm sure you will find someone who is great for you, though. Good luck. I was just like I see her. I literally, I swear, it's probably back. Is like, I see her 1 day a week for like 5 hours, and that's it. And I was like, so you need a guy who doesn't have any female friends? And then I was like, it sounds a bit like you've been cheated on before. Maybe you're a bit jaded by that. I was like, my friendship with her is completely platonic, and I've never thought of her as anything more than a friend, but okay. And then I said, I also never said she was my best friend, just a friend.
It's a little too much for me.
Yeah.
This person that you see once a week.
And then she replied back, hey, man, I'm just being honest with my feelings. I would appreciate if you didn't assume things like cheating and calling me jaded. Hope you have a nice weekend. I'm like, I didn't have to assume, girl.
Yeah, you kind of put it out there,
you kind of hit me in the face with the red flag of, like, you've got issues with trust. Which clearly usually stems from being cheated on. So, thank you, Aly. Thank you for that.
Anytime.
Jesus. By the way, we found the fucking guy. He's right here next to the general store.
We did. Yeah, the dating app scene is... you wade through, it feels like miles and miles and miles of
peak of
bullshit to find somebody that is like, oh, I'm normal, and then surprise, just kidding, I'm unhinged.
Right. Peak of Ploymus Mountain. So
that's up there. So you got to get to the top of that.
Okay.
I remember around the time that my grandma had her stroke, which was like 12 years ago, I started seeing this guy that I met on a dating app named Benjamin. And I knew that he was a little bit eccentric because he liked to introduce himself as Benjamin. But it was he played guitar and, whatever. He was very extroverted. And, like, it seemed kind of okay because, like, one of the first, like, dates, if you will, that we went on, we got, like, some coffee and we went to, we were just wandering around the art center in Mesa, like downtown Mesa. And it like seemed okay. And so things were going all right. He was eccentric, but in a way that was like, he was just very like extroverted, which I'm not unless I find a crew that I'm comfortable with, and then I kind of branch out. So it was a little bit strange for me, but it didn't seem red flaggy.
Right.
And then the night, Jesus Christ, I can't.
No, oh God.
So cringe. The night that we brought my grandma home from the hospital, like my whole family was there. Like my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece. They were all there. My grandma had for a while, we had a 24-hour home care nurse. So it was like the first night with the nighttime nurse that was there. Obviously, my grandparents were there. And you remember my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
So I was in the casita, the room that had like outside access. And my brother and sister-in-law were in the room down the hall. And I was like, all right. And Ben had come over because my aunt was also there. She was in town. Mm-hmm. And so she was also there. And so like he met my family. What is that mushroom titled?
Stemella.
Stemella shroom. Okay. I saw the word splooge somewhere along the way when you were passing by.
Stemella spooge.
So like a huge handful of my family is there. Plus my grandma, like we've just brought her home from the hospital. It's a big moment for everybody. It's kind of emotional, that kind of thing, right? And so I tell him like, all right, I'm going to go hop in the shower. And so I get in the shower, and when I come out, he is butt-ass naked.
No.
Spread eagle on my bed. My bedroom door is not closed all the way. And mind you, like, I closed my bathroom door when I showered. I came out with clothes on, so it wasn't like I was inviting anything, right? And he's gesturing invitingly. And I looked at him and I was like, what are you doing? Like, can you put clothes back on? Like, my family is here.
Like, what does he even think you're gonna do? Like,
and he's like, well, you didn't have a problem with it a couple of nights ago when, just because your brother and sister-in-law were here. And I was like, okay, it was late in the night. First of all, they were down the hall, the doors were shut, and the rest of my family wasn't here.
Oh my God.
And we hadn't just brought my grandmother home from like months of being away in a facility. Like, now is not the time.
No.
Read the room.
No.
And close the fucking door. At very least, close the fucking
God.
door. And so we got mad. And I was like, I'm going to take you home because this is just way out of my realm of things I can handle right now. So I drop him off. And he gets out of the car and he shakes my hand.
What?
Yeah, he shook my hand and went inside, and that was the end of that.
Oh my God. Shook your hand?
Shook my hand.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that's what I mean. You like wade through people that are like so very obviously unhinged. Mm-hmm. And then you come across one that's like, okay, he's not completely out of pocket. And then like they just do something that you're like, oh God, I wish you would have led with this because I have wasted my time.
Ugh.
I think I've met like 2 people on the dating site that genuinely were not batshit fucking crazy that I like stayed friends with. Yeah, it's just my most recent stint, which was like sort of end of last year, beginning of this year. There was the guy that sent me a message and he was just like, hey, I like your teeth.
Oh God.
And the thing is, at the time, I don't think I had photos of me that had me like smiling with my teeth. So I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you can't have them.
Right? These are mine.
I paid a lot of money for these. You cannot have them. Yeah. And for a while, and this was like years ago, for a while on my profile, I had it like just blatantly out there about my BPD. Because it was like I was tired of like having to introduce that early on in the conversation and then people going, oh no, can't deal with that.
Right.
And it's like, I would rather you just know it. And if you want to reach out, then fine. But at least you just know and we don't have to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And I got a message from a guy that was like, you shouldn't say things like that about yourself with the BPD. I bet you that it's self-diagnosed and you like animals, so you can't actually have that disorder. And I'm like, I'm not a serial killer. Like, do you know? I don't think you know what this means.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. The people that, oh man. And I'm not really the sort of person. Ooh, hiccup. Oh, he's very excited.
Can you calm the fuck down?
I'm so
please?
excited. I'm not the sort of person that is like, oh, you're out of my league, per se. But at the same time, there were people that were trying to reach out to me where it's like, in what worlds would you think that I would agree to this? And I remember thinking to myself, like, God, I wish I had the confidence of a straight white man sometimes. Like, it just...
Yeah. I mean, there's... If you have, like... Everyone has, like, standards.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, I don't really think
and it's
like,
easy to be brave on the internet.
Right. So I wouldn't say that it's, like, thinking other people are, like, you're out of their league. But, like, you've got your own standards of what you want and don't want.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that pool is cloudy. Todd said, is it common knowledge that I'm not aware of that vet techs are immune to mental issues? Apparently. I like to think that it's fairly well known that we are more afflicted than your average human being. But I don't know. The dude seemed to think that like the BPD was because the borderline does have a shitty stigma, but generally it's coupled with like manipulation and like narcissism, not necessarily like not fucking straight up psychopathy. Right. So for him to be like, oh, you like animals, you're not like a serial killer. Like, what? I know. That's not what this means.
Yeah.
Did you get the meme? No, I did not get the meme. Did you send me a meme? I got no meme. Or a reference to a meme.
He said, did you get the memo?
Oh, the memo.
God, get your eyes checked.
My glasses are not as great. God damn it, Todd. MEMO. Memo. No, apparently I missed the memo. I'm supposed to be completely devoid of any sort of mental health anything.
Did you get the memo?
Did you get the memo?
No. We're dying. She can't read and I'm coughing my head off.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
You okay there? He's not, honestly.
I'm really
He's not.
I could at least talk. I couldn't talk 4 days ago.
Yeah.
God, we gotta get to the fucking top of this. Am I even in the right mountain? There's apparently supposed to be like a lake or something, right? Fish?
Fish?
Fish? Fish here?
Yeah, I've always kind of wondered about the dynamic between things that men run across on dating sites versus women.
Yeah. I run into mostly women that they're claiming that they're 30 years younger than they actually are.
30 years.
At least. At fucking least.
I noticed last I was on there, which again, it's been nearly a year. It's all porn bots for me.
Yeah, that too.
Depending
on what app you use.
There was a lot of like poly people. Like I got so many from people that are like, yeah, we're a married couple looking for a third. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Please no.
Okay, I think we're here. There they are.
He said, no! Oh, you got him.
Yay.
Just took him a minute to be like, oh, he
Right.
shot me.
Yay.
It's like when kids are playing Cowboys and Indians and you're like, I shot you. You gotta fall down dead. At least you get actual live humans. I don't know if they're live is the thing. I think a lot of those people were dead inside.
How many do I need? Just the one?
It says if you find an ancient arowana, you should bring it to Yona.
Okay, well, we're good.
I got an fish.
And fish.
Got an fish. You know what? Get a couple more just for good measure.
Yeah.
Because what if she's like, yeah, this is exactly what you need. Now go get 6 more.
Right.
Like they do. The other thing that I don't like with people on dating sites would be how, like, you'd get to chatting and then they would immediately be like, okay, well, here's my number. Add me on Snapchat, or here's my WhatsApp.
Right.
Or, you know, what are you doing this weekend? And it's like, I need to, like, get to know you a little before we do that.
I don't even have to shoot. I just take it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Well, on dating apps, it's the same thing, but it's like, it's not somebody that actually wants to meet you. It's just scammers that are just like, let's talk on Google
Yeah.
circles. I'm like, that's not even a thing anymore. Like,
Yeah.
dying.
And it's, yeah, and I would tell people, like, I don't give out my number for at least like 3 weeks of chatting with no red flags.
Right.
And I'm not meeting you until I am comfortable that you're not gonna kill me, which was not how I used to do it way back in my younger years. I would meet people like straight out of the gate. I always met them in like public places and stuff like that, but that was how I got burned. Like, that's how things with Ben progressed the way that they did. And so it was like, I need time to sort out whether or not you're a fucking freak.
Right.
Because some people are smart enough that they don't let that flag fly straight out of the gate. Yeah, it's a frustrating. And the other thing too is like, it's a bigger problem with the free sites. Mm-hmm. I feel like with things like Match and eHarmony, there's probably a little bit more like legitimacy behind it.
Yeah.
And the people are not as crazy, although you do run into your fair share.
Right.
There's like an entire ID channel series on like people that have scammed people off of meeting them on like Match.com, like the major sites. But even the free sites are getting like grabby as far as like your money and shit goes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's like now because I haven't been on it in, like I said, a long time. But with OkCupid, I mean, if you wanted to, you could like pay money to like boost your profile or this or that, but you didn't really need to do it to like get matches and stuff. But now it's like all these little things. Like, if you want to see all these people that liked you, you have to pay some
right, and you
whatever.
know damn well that like 90% of that's like not actual
it's
profiles.
just gonna be and it's just gonna be the same type of shit that I'm coming across now. So why would I pay you $30? Like, and it was like ridiculous. It was like $30 a month or something if you want like premium. And it's like, why would I pay you that to just get more of the same?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna pay for something like that, then I'm gonna look at like legitimate, you know, like background check type dating sites. Yeah. Like, I'm not paying $30 a month for plenty of fish.
I got it's a few years ago, and I honestly don't know how or why it happened. I got banned on Tinder randomly. I literally had one conversation open that was going nowhere. We hadn't sent a message for like 2 days. I open up Tinder, and it's like, you're banned. I'm like, for fucking what? Like, I literally didn't do anything. Like,
yeah,
I had to like literally go on to, in with Tinder, like, you have to verify your phone number. So like, I literally went on like fucking Google. What the fuck?
With Tinder, you have to verify your phone number?
Yeah.
Weird. I've never used Tinder.
So I went on to. It's not great. So I went on to like fucking...
Well, I was under the impression that Tinder was more for like hookup culture anyway, which is why I never like bothered.
Yes and no. I mean, kinda. Am I even going the right fucking way? I sure as fuck am not. Yes and no. But anyways, I went on and I just got like a free like Google Voice phone number.
Yeah.
And verified it that way. I'm like, fuck you guys. Like, I'm gonna keep using your app just out of spite. Even though it's fucking worthless.
Yeah, it's wild out there, man. But it's just so hard to meet people organically.
Right.
In some aspects.
We're gonna do this thing.
For me, it was like, I work so much and then I don't really go out. So, and the places that I do go are the places that I've always gone.
Right.
And so it's like the chances of me meeting somebody new are not very, very high, And I got, I got lucky when it came to Spencer. Because Spencer I met through you remember Jason and Emma from Con?
Yes.
Okay, so for the first couple of years that I was producing, he was part of their group. And so that was initially how I met him, but we didn't spend a lot of time like talking to each other. And so it was, sort of the obligatory like add-on social media. And then this past year, when I noticed that he wasn't like on the roster,
I don't know.
Kiss.
Now kiss.
Maybe you have to.
I thought maybe it went like underneath it. Yeah, I probably have to attach it up here.
Or maybe it goes on top. Oh, maybe it goes right there, in that strangely fitting thing. Looks good. Looks like it fits. But yeah, I saw that he wasn't on the roster. Maybe you gotta go turn the fan on the downstairs.
But then it's gonna go up.
Oh, touche. Well, you can recall it though.
Yeah. Well, I think it goes underneath it. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
But it didn't turn on when you hit it.
It did literally nothing. I don't even know what it does.
Looks cool. But yeah, I noticed that he wasn't on the roster, and so I reached out to him. And the really funny story is that in the beginning, he was under the impression... I'm not going to give too many details over this stream, but he thought that I was someone else. So he was a bit resistant to my conversational advances in the beginning. And then he finally conceded when I was like, let's go for coffee. And then when he saw me, he was like, you are not who I thought you were, and thank God for that. But even still, I would go as far as to say that the way that because like I met him, initially in person and all of that, but we still more got to know each other like via messaging and online and that kind of thing. So it was sort of a similar vibe in that way.
What?
It's like a lightsaber. Zoom. But why does it stop? Ah!
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Swing. Well.
Well. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what this thing is over here. I think it's like a battery. I have to charge it with the thing.
With the thing.
Whoop. And there.
what's the determining factor here? Oh.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, the dating game is it's crazy out there, man. Come back.
No, I'm sorry.
Maybe take it off and then put it on when you're in there.
Yes.
It's also running out of Jesus. It's also running out of battery.
Oh,
Oh, no.
God.
I mean, maybe go charge it up a little more anyway. It's like, what if you get halfway up and then you just fall to your death?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it would just fall back down here.
Which should be to your death, but
But I'm in a basket, so.
video game logic.
Oh, I think I know what I have to do.
Oh, look at
Ah,
that!
Woo.
Ta-da!
I am so smart.
I'm the smartest
SMRT.
man alive.
Oh, shit. Get on the thing. Yay. Whee! Well, that was fucking...
I love how much simpler that was in
Right?
comparison
Like,
to
holy shit.
some of the things. So I was inspired to look up like unhinged dating app messages.
Oh, no.
Dude messages this girl. Hey, picture this. Me, you, a bottle of champagne, some tap water, polio, and a big fat sex at the end of the night.
Excuse me, what?
She said, polio? He said, yeah, the disease.
Like, are you saying you want to get some of that? Or
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
Someone posted a screenshot she took off of Hinge. That's the question was my most irrational fear, because you know how they want like blurbs from people now.
Mm-hmm.
He said, rats, they freak me out. Where do they come from and where do they go?
I can swim up now. Whee!
Wow.
Okay.
You
alright.
kind of look like Meg from Family Guy, but hot.
Oh my god.
She said, I'm going to kill myself. White women on Hinge scare me so bad. Which do we have in common? Wanting to abandon society and capitalism to live in a forest, being a homebody, murdered a man in 83.
Oh, what? What? I literally don't know where to go. Like, the little icon is right there.
Mm-hmm.
But do I go up?
Try it. Why not? Why does sometimes he bonk and sometimes he not?
Probably depends on what you're going through. Okay, well, I'm...
I'm up. Apparently it's behind you.
It's, like, literally right here.
Right here.
So it's gotta be... But I was
What is above you? Is anything above you?
Nothing.
Nothing above. Below only sky. Wait. That's not how that goes.
What?
I don't know. Huh. What are you supposed to be doing?
Trying to do that regional phenomenon thing to be part of the main story.
Investigating. Okay, go back down.
Okay, it's supposed to be here.
And here. And here. And here. And you went into that shrine, right?
Yeah, that's where we just were.
Yeah. Fuck your father. Fuck your father.
Fuck father.
I like that he's bright-eyed. But not bushy-tailed.
Hmm.
Look, a ladder. Where does that ladder go?
Where does that ladder go?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh, but just back up here. Fuck.
I mean, okay.
But, like, I don't know how to get, like, lower.
Todd said, I've seen a lot of profiles and posts saying girls want to leave society and live in the forest. I feel like I'm missing a joke. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a trend or something, and I don't ever understand the trend.
Does
But
it have
anyway.
anything to do with the choosing the bear over the man thing? Forest?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
You haven't heard about that?
Well, the bear, yes.
Oh, okay.
But not the forest thing. But I also am usually like the last to get involved in the newer trends because I don't have most of those like social medias, so I don't pay that much attention to it. But okay, we're gonna take a break.
Ooh, I'm gonna cook some stuff.
We're gonna cook some. I almost said
Crab.
frogs. That's
I mean,
a crab.
I could. They do have frogs.
Oh, he's sticky.
Mm.
Okay, we'll be
I
right
don't
back.